I'm good, and you?
Doing extremely well. I thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us tonight. Let's wait about 30 more seconds before we roll out. I'm actually kind of in a storm right now. I'm between Canton and just south of Canton, Texas, and a little thunderstorm has come up. But at any rate, we're here. About 30 seconds, we'll get started. Ricky, thank you for being here, buddy.
Awesome. I'm recording this, so you guys will have a recording of it. If some people can hop on, then y'all can have a recording of it.
I ain't got time to work with him.
Hey, Ricky, I'm going to give you the host.
Okay.
There's your buddy Ricky.
I'll mute everybody, and then I'm going to hand the host over to you.
Just I'll give you a big intro. Thank you, Sway Dog.
Yes, sir. Hey, I have to go do another Zoom for Shannon McDonald. So if I can jump back on and y'all are still on, Wes, I'm going to jump back on. If not, I would love to hear what y'all are doing, and I have no problem jumping on next week with you guys.
Well, thank you, Chris Sueda. I appreciate you more than words can explain this evening. Thank you, bud.
All right, Ricky, you're the host. Talk to you guys later.
All right, bye-bye.
That's Chris Sueda.
Wes, I was there.
Ricky, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, welcome, everyone. I want to thank everybody for being on this Zoom tonight. Currently 52 participants, and I want to thank everybody for being here. You know, guys, having the majority of you have been in the networking industry 15, 20, some of you 25 plus years. I'm not going to mention anybody's name, but some of us have been in the industry 35 to 38 years. And I just want to thank everybody for being part of the entrepreneur movement. You know, I've been watching for 8 or 9 months, and I watched through from a little over 300,000 in volume in the month of June to over 1 million in volume the first day of September. Now, folks, that's quite an accomplishment. And the system that I've been watching him do, and Lori Wyndham, and of course, Chris Sueda and their team has been nothing short of miraculous. And certainly, we'd love to duplicate that. We're going to plug into their system, into their network, into their procedures. And we're going to hear about all that firsthand this evening. Thank you, everyone, for being on time. We've got 53 participants right now, and that's an excellent turnout. Thank you all for being here. But without any further ado, I want to introduce a really dear friend of mine that stepped up to the plate. He's a Founders Advisory Board member as well. This gentleman is Royal Crown Ambassador, making a boatload of money. I want to turn it over to Mr. Ricky Durant. Ricky, thank you for being here and offering your assistance to my team. Thank you so much.
Ricky's muted.
Ricky Durant, it's all you, bud.
Hey, thank you, Wes, for having me on tonight. It's a pleasure being on with you guys. If you can, please mute your phones or your laptop so I don't have to hear myself speak. That would be greatly appreciated, guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay, guys, this is pretty simple. I've been talking to Wes for a little while, and he's been picking my brain and, you know, asked me if I could come in and basically kind of show you guys the system that we've been running. So I'm going to kind of ping pong with Gavin here in a minute. He's one of the rock star leaders on our team. And basically, whenever he came into this business, you know, he was used to doing stuff a certain way, right? And I told him, hey, we have a system
I got my toes and everything done next time.
Hey, Ricky,
Can you
Yes.
mute all participants?
Yes, I will.
Because they're
All right, I just had it mute all. Perfect. All right, sorry about that. So guys, what we did is basically kept everything super simple from the beginning. And as somebody's coming into the business, Gavin, go ahead and unmute yourself right now. Can you unmute yourself?
Yep.
All right. Hey, Gavin, great to connect with you. Welcome. I'm going to give you guys an example on how we bring on a new person onto the team. So I'm talking to Gavin, his upline connected with me. Now we're doing a welcome call, okay, with Gavin. It's a must. You have to know who you're working with, and you have to understand their why. Why are they doing this? They're going to tell you, hey, I want to make $100 a month. I want to make $500 a month. I want to make $10,000 a month. Based on that welcome call, you know how much time you're devoting to that person based on the answer that they gave you. So, hey, Gavin, thank you for hopping on. Great to meet you. What got your interest with Elevosity and Elevpreneurs?
Man, I just tried this product and like I don't really know if it's legal, but I definitely feel really good, and I want to share it with everybody.
Awesome. Before this, what did you do, Gavin?
So before are you actually asking me before the industry or?
Yes. What did you do before Elevosity?
So I was in another company, spinning my wheels, not winning, not helping people the way I want to help people. And I feel like this is just a better vehicle that everyone's receptive to be able to do that.
Awesome. Do you want to move slow or fast in this business, Gavin?
Well, fast is the only way to go, so I guess fast is the answer.
All right. So, guys, basically the guy is telling me right now that he's ready to go out there and move fast. So, basically what I'm going to do then is I'm going to tell him, hey, we have 3 packs at the time, right? Now we have 2. I said, hey, Gavin, to me, it sounds like you really want to build a business with us. So that $1,000 pack, you're going to get 44 shareables. You're going to get 4 bottles of coffee and 4 bottles of Santamax. This is the way to go to really go out there and impact a lot of people. Boom, Gavin comes in with the $1,000 pack. What happens then? Then I'm sitting here and I have a group created for the whole team. Okay, I take Gavin's picture and I go, welcome Gavin T to the team. He's super excited to start this journey with us as Elevpreneurs. Basically acknowledging him to everybody so everybody knows who Gavin is. Okay, from there we created a group, a bronze group. Okay, and you guys are going to say, well, do you have a bronze group, silver, gold? No, we don't. The most important rank in this company is bronze. And a lot of you are going to ask, why is bronze the most important rank? Because a lot of people getting into this business, they've never done this business before. So if they get to the bronze rank, they've created a win. You've helped them create a win. And to get to the next rank, all you have to do is hit bronze twice. To get to the next rank, you hit silver twice, then you're gold, so on, right? So you guys get where I'm coming from? That's basically what we're doing. Then also, we also as a team created a customer page. Guys, and if you guys do not have a customer page as a team, I would highly recommend that you guys tonight go create a customer page. And all of your customers, all of you guys start pouring your customers into this customer page. Because what happens? Everybody that becomes a distributor, we don't go after distributors. What happens is we bring in a lot of customers, and a lot of customers start talking amongst customers. And guess what happens? After you build this group, they're basically selling themselves on the product. You don't have to do any of the selling because they're sharing stories. And then once a month, we go in there on the customer group and basically go, hey guys, thank you so much for being loyal to us. We're going to do a promo, and then we'll basically give out a few free doses to the winners. This is how. Okay, so post a picture of your coffee mug or whatever. You know, get creative and tag the person that introduced you to this product. So now your customers tagging you on Facebook saying, thank you so much, Carl, for introducing me to this amazing product. And whenever I'm talking about tagging on Facebook, we're not talking about, hey, this Elevate Coffee or anything like that. We're keeping that off of Facebook. Basically, we're creating in free posts to where people go, what's in that mug? What's in that coffee? You know what I mean? People don't know. If you go out there and you start throwing up on Facebook to your audience, now you're selling something. People do not want to be sold on anything. Does that make sense? Gavin. Gavin T.
I'm here.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
Did I miss anything?
No, I mean, I'll kind of piggyback on what you said in a different language because everything you just said was spot on. I mean, the welcome call is super important because most people in this industry have never had support. They've never had leadership. They've gotten into a business, and then all of a sudden, you know, the person that brought them in the business is out of the picture, and they're kind of left high and dry. The welcome call really serves as a couple things. Number one, it's showing people that they're gonna be loved and supported, and that's what most people want. Yeah, people want to go make a lot of money, but they want to feel loved and supported and appreciated. Most people. The other thing it's doing is you're really finding out about the person joining your team. And you know, a lot of you have been in this industry longer than I've been alive. I turned 22 this month, actually here next week, and you know, the biggest realization is that we're not selling a product. We're literally sharing happiness. And the more relatable that you keep this for the new person getting started and the more simplistic you keep it, the more that person's going to go out and feel confident they can do it. So a welcome call for me, I love doing them because I know the impact it had on my life. If it wasn't for doing a welcome call with Ricky, I don't know that I could be where I am today because on that call, I was able to identify things that I wouldn't just be thinking about. I mean, Ricky asked, like, I was emotional. You should be emotional when you're thinking about your why because that's what's going to drive you every single day. Because it's easy to go out and talk about coffee. It's also easy to neglect going out and talking about coffee. So the welcome call, if nothing else, is the most important. In the customer group, you know, for me, what my team does, we have the whole customer group that Ricky uses. We also have a prospect group. You know, when we ask people, hey, do you drink coffee? Have you heard of Happy Coffee? I add people to a group where they can be getting exposed to this conversation every single day. And then they're going to reach back out to the person that added them and say, hey, I want samples, or hey, I'm ready to order. Or, you know, guys, the whole goal here is to let the system do the work. You plug people into the system builds the people go out and build the business. That's really the idea. And, you know, if you keep it simple and relatable and you just truly, like, I'll spend an hour on the phone with people just sharing my heart. And whether they join or not, you know what? Like, I know why I'm doing this. And a lot of people, I think they're fearful that others are going to be worried about, oh, what if they think I'm selling something? Or, yeah, I've tried to get them in the last 7 network marketing companies I was with. Guys, if you really believe, like, if you believe in this product and you believe in Wes Benson and Robert O'Blon's vision, there's not a single thing that can get in your way of success. I'm 21 years old, and I'm not bragging on the fact that I'm 21, but I'm new to this industry. I don't have a sales background. I don't have some, you know, huge following on Instagram. I'm just a kid that has a heart that wants to help other people. And and it sounds so cliche because everybody's like, oh, I want to help people. But truly, if you really love people, you have your hands on the greatest vehicle you possibly could have to go out there and make an impact or make a difference in their life. And it doesn't take much. I mean, a few $100s for most people. I'm looking at people, you know, my town is destroyed by a hurricane, flooded. Everyone lost their homes. And, you know, here I am traveling south, going on vacation. 90% of people back at home have no job, no income, no food, no shelter, no nothing. And I just ask myself, what if that person would have said yes to me 9 months ago? Would they be in this situation? I don't know. But the point is, the people that need you the most are the people that they're looking for you without knowing that they're looking for you. And it's not just the people that are struggling, that are broke. We're elevating people that are happy. We're elevating people that already have a full-time income, and we're just making their life that much better. And if you focus on that, you keep the main thing, and you literally go out and ask people, hey, do you let me know what you know to that? But don't try to explain everything. And when they love it, guess what the conversation becomes? You know other people that drink coffee? Yeah. Would you like to make a little bit of extra money? Yeah. Boom, they're promoters. I feel like so many people just overthink the whole thing, and they try to recruit people, and everyone has been recruited. You don't need to recruit people. Be different. If anything, give a negative takeaway to where they don't feel like you care if they join or not, and they're going to chase after you more than you ever realize. So I'll probably miss some stuff there, but that's just my perspective. It's super simple, guys. Keep it simple. And I mean, it'll stay simple.
I got files. I called.
Thank you, Gavin. Hey, guys, also, remember, you have a network of people, okay, that you guys are working with, okay? So you don't have to be the expert. You don't have to answer every question. For instance, let me see who I see on my screen. Carl Luther, is that you? Okay, unmute yourself for a second. I'm going to do a little demonstration on how I talk to people, okay? Because there's only so many hours in a day, and I like to utilize my hours or my minutes, you know, in the day to where I'm not stuck on the phone for 30 or 45 minutes answering people's questions for that long, okay? So Luther, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, ask me any question about the compensation plan, anything that, you know, if you were new, that you would ask me about the company or the product or whatever.
All right. So how fast can I start making $500 a month in this program?
All right, Luther. So what I would do is, let me connect you with my buddy, Chris. He's been phenomenal at this business, and he's already making over that amount of money. Let me get Chris on the phone for you. Ask me another question.
All right. So I'm not very good at sales, so how am I going to succeed in this business?
Man, great question, Luther. Neither was my buddy Gavin. Let me get my buddy Gavin on the phone so he can talk to you about how he became successful in this business. You see where I'm going, guys? Basically what I'm doing is I'm utilizing my network, and I'm putting other people on the phone to answer these questions, right? So I don't have to be the expert. So throughout the day, I'm constantly moving and putting other people on the phone, and guess what? Then you're able to talk to 50 people a day versus 3 people a day because you're trying to be the expert. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you for participating. But that's pretty much it, guys. Any of you got any questions for me that you would like for me to answer? go ahead and unmute yourselves. I'm here.
Ricky, this is
Yes,
Sharon.
ma'am.
How you
Hey,
doing?
Sharon. Great.
So I just set up a group for our final run group, you know, a
Okay.
customer group, and I left it public. Is that right? Rather than a secret group or a private group? Do you have a private group or what?
I would do it privately because you don't want it open to the public, especially if people are going to start talking about their experiences. You know, some people may start talking medical claims and stuff like that, and you cannot control the group by yourself. You're going to have to get other leaders to help you too.
Need other admins, yeah.
Yeah, that way, in case you can't get to something, you can go in there and not approve the post. Okay, so you guys can read the post and make sure it's compliant before it goes live into your group, you know?
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And also, I would, hold on a second, let me get you back. What I'm gonna do then is post some basic rules to keep it safe so people will come out. And also suggest, again, no medical claims, and put that publicly on the group. And there was one other thing I wanted to ask you if we needed to do. Because I've tried to do this in the past and never gotten any engagement. Okay, so do we, for everybody that we want to invite in that group, it's going to be prospects, it's going to be customers that have tried it, customers that are in it, elopreneurs. We're not going to specifically talk about the company at all. We're just talking about our results. Correct?
Correct. And also,
invite interaction.
Right. And then what you want to do also, make it very clear to your whole team, and pretty much all of the leaders are on this Zoom anyways, but make it clear that as, say you bring in 10 new people, right? If somebody asks a question, oh my God, I can relate with this story. I want to try this product, to where you guys are communicating with each other, and you can go back and see who added that person and say, hey, Troy added you here. Let me put you on a three-way message with Troy, okay? That way you're not fighting amongst each other, stealing each other's customers, because that's not the purpose of the group. The purpose of the group is to create a hype around our product, to where stories tell basically, right? So that's been phenomenal. I have some girls on my team that actually created their own customer page. I have one that has 13,000 people in there, another one that has 10,000. These groups grow and they will build your business. I mean, once you guys get it going, I promise you that.
Okay, and we also don't want to just wholesale invite 100 people, and we want every single person we invite in the group to know they're being invited into the group, correct?
Absolutely, because if not, you're going to make somebody mad, right?
Exactly.
And then they're gonna leave the group.
I saw that happen in another group, so I just want to make sure everybody understood that.
Yes, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Ricky. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Since we got you here, and anybody else interrupt me, but the other question I had is, do you do anything on like other like MLM sites or anything on Facebook to get people over here, or do you just stick with these groups and this interaction?
Man, the beauty about our time and day and age now is that you have social media, right? That we could be having this conversation and we don't have to go into a meeting. So great question, Sharon. Thank you for asking, because I forgot, okay? So what we do is, like tonight, for instance, we have our team Zoom every Monday. And then this is the whole team, the people that are plugged in, they plug in. And then we start talking about what's going on. We start acknowledging people that hit ranks, what other leaders are doing, the new platinums, the new bronzes, and we acknowledge these people on our team Zoom. on Sunday night, Tuesday night, and Thursday night, what we do is we utilize Mark Willison's Opportunity Zoom to plug in new prospects to that Zoom every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And that's been the key to really building this business, is plugging in people to stories, because that's all it is. I mean, Mark Willison basically started all of these Zooms, and look where we're at now. I mean, 9 months later, it's been, ineffable what's happening. And then on Saturday morning, guys, what we do as a team is we do a team training on how to get started if you've never done this industry before, on how to keep things simple. And we show people how easily you can obtain the bronze level or the $500 a month that most people are looking for in this business. On Sunday night, we do our bronze group. It's all the bronzes, basically all the new people coming into the business, and we do a training solely on the bronze group. That's it. So what are we doing by doing that? We're making people feel special. It's not just the whole team. It's all about the new people getting started so they feel connected to the upline, basically, right? Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. Ricky, would it be possible to be a fly on the wall on your Saturday or Sunday training so we can see how you do that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
You use this Elevate to Happy link?
Yes.
What time of day?
11 a.m. Central Standard Time is on Saturdays. And then on Sunday, it's at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay. And when you say the bronze group, it's not people who've reached bronze, it's people who are on their way to bronze.
That brand new people. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Ricky.
Yes.
This is Warren Boatwright. I got a question. I got several 20-year-olds on my team, and they don't have a whole lot of money. And what do they do when people are wanting samples? I mean, how do y'all go about not having to give out a lot of samples? I mean, is that a given or what?
Well, let's think about this here for a second. So they're 20 and they don't have a lot of money, right?
I've been helping them out with giving samples, but I mean, I can only do it so long.
Okay. So it's funny because I went to a training one time, right? And this guy was telling the story, and it was funny, right? Because his mentor had told him, hey, you need to be at this training. And then he goes, oh, well, I really can't afford it. And this is a conversation that we're having, and you'll appreciate why I'm telling you this for. And the trainer goes, hey, you really need to get to this training if you really want to be successful at this business. And the guy that was telling the story basically said, well, I can't. So guess what he did? He goes, he knew that his dream car was a Corvette, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, Doug, you know what? Forget the training. I do have this Corvette for sale, and I'm selling it for $5,000. And I have to get rid of it. And guess what? Guess what the guy did? He goes, oh, I can find the money for that. And you know what the coach did? You know what the coach did? The coach goes, oh, really? So you can find money for a toy, but you can't find money to go to this training. I'll talk to you later. And just walk off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
Guys, you're young guys that are saying, well, I don't have no money, but maybe they have money to go out and play with their friends and stuff like that, right? So you really have to kind of guide them and coach them, because if somebody wants something bad enough, they're going to find a way, okay? To get it, 30 samples of our coffee, or 24 and 30 Santamax, it's $80. They can go borrow that from their parents. If somebody's hungry enough and they really want to build this business, they're going to find a way.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Thanks.
That's just the truth.
Okay.
Hey, Ricky, I've got a question. It's Steve Bear here.
Hey, bud.
Would it make more sense in the beginning, instead of us trying to build our own pages until they get successful, if we just utilize the ones you already had in place? Well, like yours has hundreds of people already on it chatting. Because my thought is, because November's right around the corner and we want to see some substantial numbers before November, but it seems like it might take that long just to build our own page.
Well, the only problem with that is having to go back and completely coach your own team. And then, you know, if people start, you know, doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, it's hard enough trying to keep up with our people than, you know, the outsiders too. Although, hey, I'm here to help you guys, okay? It's just I can't do that because it'll be too much. You know, like right now, my time is like very limited. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here to help you guys grow your business, but all it's gonna take is basically everybody on this phone start adding people to this group. It happens like that. I mean, very fast. If you basically dedicate yourself to adding 10 people a day, there's, how many people are on this Zoom right now? There's 68. If each people are adding 10 people to that customer page a day, that's 680, okay? So commit to adding 10 people a day for the next 30 days. What is that? You have over thousands and thousands of people in there sharing stories and stuff. It don't take as long as you think it's gonna take, because as you're adding them, they're gonna keep adding other people. They're gonna be adding their friends, and this thing just blows up.
I got a question for you, Ricky.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
In relation to your customer page, this is just a document, soft copy, so to speak, of your own choosing, whether it's a spreadsheet, a Word document, or whatever, you know, that you accumulate all the names that you have in your repository from the past or new names that you come up with in the present, correct?
Correct.
So they're not consolidated with anybody else's, except for the fact those names you're directing to the Tuesday night call, the Monday night call, we'll say in this sense, you know, directing them on a daily basis to next Monday night's call.
Correct.
And at that point in time, there'll be somebody designated to be the point person in relation to our call, you know, so that we don't have, you know, multiple people's, you know, speaking up and speaking out.
Correct. So like on the team page that you guys created, you know, if you guys start doing these calls like we're doing, then you post it in the morning and say, hey, team Elapreneur having a Zoom at this time, right? And then after a while, everybody knows when those calls are, but you still want to post them and remind people whenever you're having these calls, so everybody stays plugged in and connected.
Another question, if you have your own page, I know we've got final run as far as the team overall, should your communication of that which you put out there, that flagging the people that you're communicating with, be strictly for the quote unquote, and not basically do anything at all as far as a separate individual page?
I wouldn't.
Okay. And the reason I ask that is I have my own page for those that I've sponsored and those below them. Yeah, and I did that before your final run was created. It could be dissolved just by pushing the delete button. So, but I didn't want to have double standards.
Right. No, that's it. You got it, bud.
You may have just answered this, Rick. Would you link this group to the final run group that's kind of our team site where we have announcements and stuff. Would you link the two or not?
Okay, so
Yes.
you guys, the team name for y'all's team is Final Run, right?
Right. And our new group is Final Run Customers.
Right. And you're going to have Final Run Customers, and then you're going to have another group that is going to be Final Run Bronze Leaders. Okay? You want it Bronze Leaders. Okay?
Okay. Okay. So that's a third group. We have a general Final Run group, or should I change the name of that to Final Run Bronze Leaders? The one that we, okay.
That's it. And guys, like I said, on Saturdays and when was the other day? That Sunday, hey, you guys can come into that Zoom and listen in how we're doing this stuff. You'll plug in a couple of times and then you'll take off on your own. It's pretty simple. And then there's always different leaders doing the call, okay? So you don't want to share the call every single Saturday and every single Sunday. You want other people that are having success lead those calls and share the information. That way, you know, not everybody's going to resonate with the way I'm training somebody, right? But they may resonate with you, you know? So it's very important to rotate the leadership around and let other leadership take control of the Zoom and stuff like that. That way it's not always on Sharon. It's not always on Wes. You know, other leaders and upcoming leaders are leading the Zoom too.
This is
in relation to that, Ricky, if I'm hearing what you're saying, it's all about the products. It's all about the business model and very little about the individual that's doing the talking, correct?
That's it. Everything that we're doing is about our product. I'm not talking comp plan with nobody. I'm not talking. All I'm doing is creating a bunch of stories, and we're all creating a bunch of stories. And the stories is what's selling our products. You know, if they start talking about the comp plan, it was funny because about a week ago, me and Chris Schweda got on a Zoom for one of our other leaders in Florida.
No.
We had another leader coming into the business, and so she had all kinds of questions. She was a green personality asking all kinds of questions.
Whoa.
And whenever me and Chris got done talking to her, she was like, wow, it's that easy. Yep, we're just, you know, sharing stories. That's it.
That's all it is.
She didn't ask about the comp plan or anything like that. Hey, I know that a lot of people are drinking our product, and due to a lot of people drinking our product, here's what our team is doing. That's it. Guys, you have to find a way to get out of your own way. If you're trying to explain the comp plan, if you're trying to explain the ingredients, you will sit still. You will not move, I promise you. And all these other people keep moving because guess what? We're talking about coffee, guys. Everybody drinks coffee. It's the second biggest commodity in the whole entire world. And you can Google this, right?
Who doesn't love
so
coffee?
Now we have a coffee that helps with cravings, helps with mood, makes you happy. Who don't drink coffee and who don't want to be happy?
I love coffee.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so Ricky, let me just make sure we recap this so that my team can understand. So to start off, we're going to have a customer page where customers or people who are not yet customers are going to be invited to that page, and the goal is for them to start chatting amongst themselves, telling stories and getting to know the product. And then we have a customer page where when there actually are customers, then they go on and chat about how they like the product.
No. You're going to have one customer page. That's it.
One customer page.
People that aren't yet customers to be customers.
Correct.
And then if they are customers, stay
One.
on that page, just chatting. And then we have then we have our team page, which is basically just where we post things that we need to post. And then we have an additional page for bronze.
Correct.
Okay, so we have 3
pages total.
Yes. So basically, your team page, that's where you're going to acknowledge the people coming into the business and important information that's going on with the company, okay? That's the team page. That's it, okay?
You got 2 pages or 1?
What's up?
2 pages or 1?
That's
3.
1 page. That's 1 page. The team page for the team, that's where we're going to acknowledge people ranking up. That's where you're going to put information about what's going on within the company and your Zoom calls that you're hosting, okay?
Yep.
That's what we got now.
I got it. Got it.
Okay, perfect.
And then we have a bronze page totally separate from that, which is more of a training page.
Yes, that's going to be a training page, and you're going to give basically activities for the bronzes to do every single day, okay? Like every single morning, somebody needs to go on that page and go, okay, this is the daily activities today. Connect with 5 people on Facebook, blah, blah, so on. You know what I mean? You're giving them activities on what to do, because remember, these people have never done network marketing. So we're training them on how to get to bronze. Once they get to bronze, it's over with. Your team is going to start exploding because they're going to know how they got to bronze.
How do we get to bronze?
Get to silver.
How do we get to bronze?
Ricky?
Yes, sir.
So the bronze page is for people who have already arrived at bronze or to further train them, correct?
No, this is new people that are coming into the business. So for instance,
So not the old one.
say Sharon just came into the business. I just enrolled Sharon. I'm going to take a picture of Sharon. I'm going to introduce her onto the team page. Hey, Sharon, welcome to the team. Everybody, please welcome Sharon. She's had a phenomenal experience on the product, and she decided to share happiness with the world. Okay? So now I'm basically introducing Sharon to the group. Everybody's, hey, Sharon, hey, Sharon. Then I'm taking Sharon and I'm adding her to the customer page so she knows that she needs to do the same thing. I'm the coach, right? So she's going to do everything that I'm doing for her, basically. So I added her to the customer page. As she starts to get people interested, she's adding them to the customer page. And then also, I'm adding her to the bronze group because she's never done network marketing before, so she's going to need training, right? And just keeping everything simple. So guys, how you start something is how you finish something. So remember, you have 3 pages. As you're bringing somebody into the business to do the business, add them to all 3 pages and acknowledge Sharon on the team page so everybody knows who Sharon is.
Okay, one little nuance here. In Facebook, you have a choice to set up a page or a group. I thought these were all groups, or are they pages?
I'm calling it pages, but it's groups.
But it's all groups. Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
They'll be set up in minutes, guys. They're almost set up.
Awesome.
Okay, Ricky, real quick.
Yes, sir.
You suggest to put your elopreneurs on that group?
I would put everybody, Jason. Everybody needs to be on that group. So what I would do is I would have another Zoom for later on during the week explaining the process on what you guys are about to do as a team, okay?
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Because look, remember this. We all want to help everybody. That's why we're here, okay? But you're only responsible for the person that you're bringing into this business, okay? And if you're a good coach and you coach that person well enough, guess what? Now you're duplicating yourself and they're doing exactly what Jason did. And then it starts doing this. And it starts going down, and guess what? You got 100 levels deep, and you're not talking to none of them people. Of course, if they reach out to you, you're going to talk to them, but you want to create duplication. I believe that the reason we all get into this business, guys, is to create that time freedom, right? So you don't want to be on the phone 24/7 if you don't have to be, right? So you want to bust your butt, teach your people on how to duplicate, how to keep things simple, and then before you know it, this thing starts rolling, and then you're like vacationing somewhere, and then you're making money while you sleep, and everybody else is leading the team. It's not dependent on just Sharon to run the whole group, or Wes, or Jason, whoever. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right, so just to break it down, I'm having everybody in my group, my Elpreneurs, they are also setting up their own Elpreneur page and then adding their people to.
No,
you don't have to do that, Jason.
Okay.
You can add them all to your team page, okay? So basically, we're starting as, let's say we're all babies here, right? We were just born. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn how to crawl, and then from there we're gonna learn how to walk, and then we're gonna be running on our own. What I would do, this is gonna be a collaborative thing that we're gonna do together as a team. Once we get it all dialed in and this thing is running itself, other leaders can create their own group pages. Of course, why not? You want them to branch off and do their own thing. And that's gonna happen. Guys, we're 9 months into this. We're gonna have people that are gonna come into this business under somebody or somebody's group that are gonna go out there and destroy this. They're not gonna utilize our system, and I'm okay with it. I'm just gonna share with them what's been working. If they use it, great. If they don't, then they got another way of building faster. I'm not gonna stop them.
Ricky?
Yes,
I
sir.
had a concern brought to me a little earlier today by a person on my team regarding people that they bring to the table or to the customer group being, could we say, scarfed up by somebody else. But, you know, I played that down completely, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, in the fact that if I invited them to the group, they know who I am, I know who they are, and we make sure that we're tied together at the hip, so to speak. And you might lose somebody along the way, you might not. But for the most part, if you're accountable to them and vice versa, you shouldn't be losing anything.
Right. So as you add people into the group, that, you know, if somebody's asking a question and the person that invited them to the group, say they're at work or something, guys, we want to basically be fair to everybody and be different, right? So we don't want to start stealing somebody else's customers and stuff like that, because that's going to create a big chaos. I personally, you know, created all the groups and within our team before we even started this business, because I knew what was about to happen. And although that I put in the pin post, hey, these are the rules here, da 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 da, then you get somebody that comes in, you know, 10 levels deep, and then they're trying to steal somebody else's customers. Guess what happens then? I give them a warning one time. Hey, this is unacceptable here. This person was invited by this person. If it happens again, you're kicked out of the group immediately. That's what I do.
And Ricky, did you use a question that people have to answer to get into the group so that you know who's coming in and who isn't? Like I was like, who invited you into the group, so that you have that on record, even though the Facebook does it, but just so that, you know, strangers from Timbuktu don't come in.
Well, so basically what I did, I didn't do that, Sharon. That's a great question, though. I didn't do that because as people were inviting people, if I didn't see a name attached to this person, then I wouldn't let them into the group. If Sharon didn't invite them and it says they requested from Casper, or it goes, then they wouldn't be coming into the group. You know, they have to be invited by somebody in the group.
Okay. So that also puts a responsibility on all of us to invite,
right.
because it
right.
can't happen unless we invite them into the group.
That's right.
And only invite people who are connected to us, not people, you know, like we've all got 3,000 friends. We don't invite our 3,000 friends. We only invite the people who are tasting the coffee or interested in the coffee.
Guys, and I'm gonna give you a little tip and stuff. If you don't have 5,000 friends on Facebook, I mean, I'm serious. Go out there and try to maximize your Facebook. But always remember this, okay? Always remember this. This is what I do at night whenever everybody's laid down, because I work this business, no joke, probably 20 hours a day, but I love every single minute of it. So what I start doing is I start looking at people's profiles and make sure that they align with me, okay? Because I'm trying to recruit them, but they don't even know that I'm trying to recruit them. So I want to make sure that they have a family, they're good people, they go to church, etc. like that before I send a friend request. Okay, so really knowing who you're inviting into your business, because they should be privileged that you're inviting them onto what we have, okay? And really start scoping out people's pages and make sure that you're not just adding a bunch of people at elevosity, okay? Because everybody's gonna like your stuff. Yes, that's great, but then you're gonna run out of friends on Facebook, right? You wanna go after the masses and make sure, okay, this person's got one mutual friend. Basically from reading his stuff, man, I think he would align perfect with me. I would send the person a friend request. They accept it. Okay, so his name is Jason. Jason accepts my friend request, and then I have a copy and paste post, and I just change the names. That way I don't keep typing all the time. And I go, Jason, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. Great connecting with you. We'll talk later. That's it. So now he's my friend. So as soon as I see Jason post something on social media, I go, man, Jason, beautiful family. It looks like you guys had a great time. What I'm doing now, I'm engaging with that person. So what happens whenever you engage with that person, then it gives him a notification, Ricky Durant commented on my post. The more you're engaging with people, the more they're seeing you, the more they're seeing your lifestyle of traveling around. So guess what? Eventually they're gonna go, Ricky, what do you do for a living? You're traveling all over the place. Bam, they ask that magic question. So I call that fishing, guys, and it works.
Awesome.
I think you just answered my question, Ricky, and that's the fact you don't really send out coffee. They don't have to have a taste. You're fishing, you know, basically with an empty hook until you got something conversation to put on it.
That is it. And I mean, guys, look, social media is huge to be able to do this. Like if you guys really as a group go, okay, I'm gonna friend request 10 new people, I'm gonna connect with 10 new people every day and teach your people to do the same thing, your business will erupt, okay? But remember, you don't wanna be spamming Facebook and going, buy my coffee, here's my coffee link. Because what you're doing is instead of getting a bunch of people to like your stuff, this is what they're doing. It's like a volcano. They're going out of your Facebook, okay? They're gonna quit following you because they don't want to be sold. Anybody else?
Ricky, I have a question.
Yes.
This is Bonnie Lamb. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for asking, Bonnie.
I have a simple question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
If you were going to go out sharing your coffee samples for the day, do you share them just at random as you're going about your normal business, or you do like target area to do that?
You mean while you're out and about in public?
Yeah, I mean, do you specifically go out and say, I'm gonna, do shareables today, and do you pick an area, or do you just go to the store and here and there and just share as you move along and see the opportunity?
No, what I do is like, I have a routine, guys, and you have to treat this like a business. Let's go back there for a minute. I treat this like a regular job, like I'm getting up in the morning. I know I have to take my kids to school. From taking my kids to school, I'm going to the gym. From the gym, I'm coming back home and doing some computer work, and then I'm going back and doing stuff around the gym with my kids and stuff like that. So what I do, I keep a bag with me that says Elevacity on it, okay? And so as I start talking to people, I'm always smiling, number one. Number two, I'm always complimenting people. Like I'll go, Sharon, nice hairdo, Sharon. I love your red hair. My wife has red hair too. What is Sharon gonna say? Oh my God, thank you so much.
I'm so glad it's not gray.
I wish I was blonde.
Always compliment people and get people to talk back to you guys. You know what I mean? And based on the conversation, if you're good to talk about coffee. Okay? You got to find the happy medium in there. And once you start engaging with that person, if any word that comes out, oh, I'm tired, oh, I need to lose weight, all of this, bam, they're hooked. I got it. That's the way I look at it, So really start being real friendly to people in public. And I do it all the time because especially females are the worst. They're the ones that get hooked every single time. Guess why? Because they love compliments the most. So if you go, nice purse, nice hairdo. My wife has got a shirt like that. And always, if you're a dude talking to a female, what you have to do is throw your wife's name in there so that female don't think you're being a creep. And they're talking to you now.
Absolutely.
So that's it.
So if you were going up to somebody that was at like a restaurant and you started engaging them, would you give them the sample? Like if the conversation came up and was talking about, they need to lose weight, whatever, would you give them the sample and then put them on try to get them connected to the Facebook page for customers? Or would you just keep that one-on-one and then put them in as a customer?
Great question. So for instance, like I've gotten a couple of customers in the last few days from me walking into a restaurant. So what I do, my waiter, perfect person. They come in, they're being nice to you because guess what? They're serving you, so they want a tip, right? So they're gonna be super polite to you, and I engage with that person immediately. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate your service. And just start talking to them. In the middle of the conversation, as they're bringing my food and stuff, I go, hey, Michelle, I have a question for you. Do you drink coffee at all? Yes, I do. I drink coffee all the time. Have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's talking about? Happy coffee. I love to be happy. Oh, look, let me get you a sample of this stuff. And if you don't mind, here's my Facebook. Put your name on here so I can add you to this customer page group. Now I'm getting permission from them. They're adding themselves into my Facebook group, right? Now they're seeing all the stories, and they might have just gotten that one sample. So that one sample may or may not do the trick for them. But now they're seeing these stories all day, every day. So guess what? What you're doing is filling up your funnel every single day. That's what you're doing. And guess what? Eventually they see story. They can't help it but to try it for 30 days.
You know, that's the truth. In the beginning, I didn't even like the coffee very much, and I kind of talked myself out of it a little. And I kept seeing all these stories, and I mean, and I'm sold hook, line, and sinker. But when I saw those stories, and I lost 12 more pounds, and you know, I'm in. But now I can't go a day without my coffee.
That's it, guys. I mean, we have pure liquid gold. And I tell everybody, I said, this is the easiest conversation, guys. People drink coffee every single day. Get out of your own way and go out there and do the thing, because it's not rocket science. You don't have to explain, hey, this berry grew on this mountain and here's the science and the research. No, do you drink coffee? Do you want to be happy? That's it. Simple. Done.
Well, Ricky, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you've got an 8 o'clock Zoom coming up here in a couple of minutes. You're a couple of minutes late. But thank you for being a partner, and thank you for your assistance. Guys, we're going to jump. I know we put 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, let's go to 8:30. If everybody would jump on my conference call bridge at 8:30 in 30 minutes, so we can kind of cap all this up and put it into play. Again, thank you everyone for being here. Hey, Ricky, love you, man. Thank you for everything you've done. And
hey, thank you, Wes, for having me on. And guys, look, if y'all have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If I don't get to you like right then, I'm busy, but I answer all my text messages and my messages every single day. I will not go to bed until I've answered everybody, okay? So you guys, good luck. If y'all need anything, let me know. And thank you, Wes, for having me on. I appreciate you, buddy.
Ricky, I appreciate you, and we'll be talking soon. And thanks everybody for plugging in. You know, we had 68 there, and we held on to 63. I think folks are interested and they're serious about their business. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you guys in 26 minutes
Thank
on
you,
the
Ricky.
conference call line. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Wes.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Kevin.
guys. Thanks, Sharon. Good night, guys. See you in a minute.